Hey guys, what's up? Kinsey here. And what I'm about to show you is probably nothing that you haven't seen before, but I do want to share with you guys how to patch a hole in your CNOC Vecto bag. So CNOC has been around for a little while. If you guys follow many backpackers, chances are they use one of these bad boys. They are great. There's a reason why everybody uses them. These bags that the Sawyer filters come with are honestly just garbage. Nobody likes using these. And so if you backpack often, the CNOC Vecto is definitely a great replacement for the Sawyer bags that the Sawyer Squeeze comes with. Just like the Sawyer Squeeze bag, in order for you to be able to push and filter water through it, it has to be made of a really malleable material. And so chances are at some point it's going to get poked, especially if you backpack in the desert or if you're just not super careful where you put these items in your backpack. And so today I want to share with you guys how to repair your CNOC Vecto bag and not have to throw it away, because just because it has a hole does not mean that you have to throw it away. You guys know on this channel, I am a huge fan of taking care of my gear, making sure that it lasts a long time. I know that you guys invest money in high quality gear and we want it to last for a really long time. But if you use it all the time, chances are it's going to get beat up, it's going to get scuffed, and it just might get a hole in it. And so that doesn't mean you have to throw it away. It just means that you have to get familiar with how to patch your gear. Now, I patched this CNOC Vecto bag last year in the summer. It was right after my trip to the Sawtooth, and so therefore I used this bag that has been patched on the entire John Muir Trail and had absolutely zero issues with it. And so you may think with some things, oh, a patch isn't going to bring it back to life, it's not going to make it like new again. But with this, it will, and I used it for 20 days, 20 nights out on trail with zero problems. None of the patches sprung a new leak, and so this is definitely a tried and true tested way to patch your bag. Now that I have found these patches, they are something that I take out on the trail with me to have in my pack just in case I ever need them again. And while I was out on the John Muir Trail, actually a guy had a CNOC Vecto bag and it had sprung a leak. And so I was able to give him a patch and he was able to continue on and keep using his Vecto bag. Now you might be thinking, Kinsey, why is it a big deal if my Vecto bag has a hole in it? It is going to affect the way that it filters, and you're going to think that something's wrong with your filter because it's not going to come out as well. But it's your bag and not your filter. I experienced that on the Sawtooth trip, and I could really only get my water to filter if I did a gravity filtration system versus squeezing the Vecto bag as it's intended to use. Okay, so before I show you how to patch the CNOC Vecto, I want to go over my water filtration system because I realized I've never done that with y'all. So let's do that real fast and then I'll show you how to patch the CNOC Vecto. So first thing that I use is the Sawyer Squeeze. It's tried and true. Absolutely love this filter. I have tried a few other ones and this is the one that I keep coming back to. If you have a Sawyer Squeeze, I would highly recommend buying this little connector. It screws onto the end of your Sawyer Squeeze and then you can screw it onto the top of your water bottle. That way you don't have to worry about your water bottle falling over. I don't know if that's happened to anyone, but I've gotten through multiple filtrations and then I knock it all over. And so I like having this squeezed on so that I can just do it with one hand and I don't have to worry about that knocking that water bottle over. The next thing that I have replaced is the bag that the normal Sawyer Squeeze comes with to the CNOC Vecto, which is what we're going to be repairing today. This is a huge game changer. If you guys have a Sawyer filtration system, you absolutely need one of these. They also make them for any of the other ones, Katadyn and those other options. They make a 42 millimeter bag as well. So depending on your filter, chances are you can find a CNOC for it. And so would highly recommend this. It is way easier to scoop up that water versus having to try to get the water into the tiny little hole that is at the top of the Sawyer bag that naturally comes with it. I just saw that Sawyer actually partnered with CNOC and have started selling these bags with their Sawyer squeezes and their filters, and I think that's absolutely amazing. Congrats to CNOC for bringing something that Sawyer decided that they needed. You guys truly did something good there. For this project, you're going to need a Tear Aid patch type A, your CNOC bag, rubbing alcohol, scissors, and a Sharpie. You can easily find the patches on CNOC's website. Okay, so let's get into how to patch your CNOC. So the first step to patching your CNOC Vecto is figuring out where the hole is. So I filled mine up with water and gave it some squeezes to try to figure out where the hole exactly was. Once I found the hole, I took a Sharpie and drew a pretty big circle around it. The hole was actually almost like needle tip, but I drew a circle a little bit smaller than a dime size. Once I located all my holes, I took my bag and dried it completely. Once your bag is completely dry, you want to take some rubbing alcohol and clean the area where you're going to be placing that adhesive to. And you want to make sure that the alcohol dries completely before you apply the patch. Alright, and once I was ready to patch, I took my patch and cut a circle about the size of my Sharpie circle, peeled off the backing, and pressed it on. I then took a pair of scissors and pressed and rubbed it on there to make sure that it was completely sealed. Once I was all done patching my holes, I put water back in my CNOC Vecto to make sure that they were fully sealed and I had no leaks, which I was successful, and like I said, I have been using this thing ever since and none of them have sprung a leak. So I think I can say with certainty that this process works, and if you have a CNOC Vecto bag, you should totally give this a try. And even if you don't have a hole yet, you should definitely grab some of these patches just in case that day comes. Alright guys, and there you have it. That is how to patch your CNOC Vecto bag. This would work with any of the CNOC products that they have. And so this is your sign, guys. Don't throw away your gear just if it has a hole in it. Go ahead, take the time, see if it's something that you can patch, and chances are you can. I hope this video has been helpful. Please like, subscribe, comment, all the things, and we'll see you guys on the next one.